I went live because I had seen where, and I'm not telling y'all talk, control no talking about control who comes on nobody panel shit like I don't get down like that, whatever. But I seen where y'all had brought Sheena up there um with that bullshit. So I'm just gonna ask you a question, right? Did you know that this was do you know how she operates?
Yes, I do. And I made it
Okay,
very
okay, okay.
clear that we was not up there to do any of that bashing about the old cold stuff. So she tried to make it clear as possible, and that was a different platform for her and different people. So she did what she was able to do at a limit to make sure that she let it be known she was not up there to bash anybody. All of Oak Cove people she don't have a problem with. She just didn't name nobody off. And it was my duty to make sure that that was clarified because I ain't for none of that bullshit. We was only up there for one specific thing and one thing only. It had nothing to do with the wraparound of no Oak Cove. She threw that in because of I guess specific people of whoever that lady is that messes with with wide hips and it's people she don't know if Angelo is her main topic was Angelo. It
Right,
wasn't about the Oak Cove people, but
right,
she
right.
said I don't have a problem with all the Oak Cove. It's not that. But she felt like it was about Angelo sending them at her. She didn't know if that's who was doing it. She wasn't blaming nobody. She wasn't over there to bash nobody, Angie, because I don't uphold that shit.
Right. No, no. Okay, so all right. So okay. So that's not what I'm talking about because I'm not talking about anybody can bash anybody. I mean, she can go and
No,
bash,
she wasn't. No,
whomever.
it wasn't.
Yeah,
She wasn't. It wasn't supposed to be brought up about y'all
right.
neither.
But,
I
but but that's not what
understand
I'm
what you're
talking
saying.
about. Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. Trust me, I'm not talking about. I'm not saying, oh, nobody don't bash no team, whatever, okay, whatever. Because I've had issues with all of them. That's not what I'm saying. So I'm not on the team. What I'm saying is what she does, a separate aside of all of that, because they've gone. She's fair to bash Oko, King Truth, Team Cavs, whomever, because they bashed her back and forth. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the shit she pulls, what she does, right? That what she is showing is, let me tell you this is what she does. I don't know. I know you've been on her panel before, whatever, because she's banned from over here as most panels. Both sides of the field has caught on to her and what she does. What she is talking about is she's either that with that what she showed, and I can't remember what from back in the day. But what she showed is she either reached out to that lady recently, and that's the response she got, or that's something old that she repurposed. Okay, that story saying she's been telling that same story for about 2 years. She started off on coming in the door with Team Truth and what have you, and they assisted her in some way. I'm talking about Angelo and then Sean, and she talked to Larry once or whatever about assisting her with her situation or what have you. It was supposed to be a situation with her daughter. It turns out then she added herself into it or something along that line, and then she went over to team started dealing with Team Kels, whatever, DJ and whatever. And I think DJ and them caught on to her. This is her repeat over there, Sylvia's now. But this is it's a long, confused, intertwined story. But what she does is she does this thing to get people to come over to her channel. Ain't nobody contacting her. Nobody's calling her monkey. Nobody's putting monkeys on her or what have you. None of that. Like I said earlier, the Oak Cove little rascals haven't fucked with her in a minute. I mean, and for no reason, and she hasn't fucked with them. But what she does is she moves around to try to find somewhere where she can get people to come over to her channel instead of just saying, come to her channel. She starts beefs. She jump in shit, ain't got nothing to do with her. And it was true. She was the cause, well, not the total cause, but she did have something, her lies and her bullshit that broke up Team Truth, when that shit happened, right? She started
Hmm.
to beef when with DJ and I and Sylvia in August 2020. She goes on and on and on because she has, and I'm not making this up because You heard her say she has a therapy, and the therapist told her to stay off YouTube, and she gets a check for being crazy, and she got some other issues and shit like that. She's
Mhm.
been, she'll try to, it's a mental health clickbait is what I've named it today. Mental health clickbait. She's going to fuck with this lady, Sean. Team Truth, LLC, Team Truth, they are defunct. They are disbanded. There's no more. Nobody's fucking with her. Nobody's fucking with her. Nobody's talking about no monkeys or none of that shit. She be trying to put shit that's happened a long, long time ago to the future because she does that as a mental health clickbait. She be talking to people that ain't talking to her. All kinds of shit. She
Mhm.
takes those crazy ass lives down, all that bullshit. But that beef and that's that same stuff she's talking about, this,
Mhm.
we've heard it. She'll do it every 3 months, every 2 months, whatever, till she gets some kind of traction to buy in, till she get a platform. She was reading my motherfucking comments. I was putting that community post. That's why she got the fuck on. Because I told her I was going to tell her motherfucking story. Her whole entire story. Okay?
Mm.
And she knows that. So that's what I'm saying. So
Okay.
I didn't want to, I didn't want, and I'm not no protector of nobody's group or whatever, but, and especially not no Angelo, no Oko, no Team Two, no Team, nobody, right? But
Mhm.
I would look at the chat and I saw a couple of people saying this and saying this, like that's wrong how they doing you and this. Ain't nobody harassing her. Ain't nobody doing none of that. She's done cross PG, tried to help her, low down, all of that. So it's crosses both sides. The same motherfucking bullshit. And she ran that same story that she's running now on those people. And I mean, what? How can Sean them offer her a motherfucking job and shit when they are defunct? Ain't no team two team, no, none of them. There ain't no group no more. So she does this type of bullshit. Just about every platform is onto her ass. Okay, and I didn't
Okay.
know if y'all knew how she gets down. This and I'm not telling nobody about how who to have or no. Cause I don't do that type of shit. Cause everybody's welcome over here, even if you got a problem with my motherfucking ass. But I'm just saying because that's how bullshit gets started. Now, you know, everybody, have their own faults, right? Angelo have enough of them, everybody have enough of them, whatever. But to try to make like the people, like she talking about people raise money for her and all that bullshit and then give it to her and all that type of shit. No, none of that happened. Cause I'm an ass. And I know a lot of people probably say, Larry, you and Larry, y'all just, but I done had arguments with a whole bunch of motherfuckers. But I guarantee you, Larry can tell you, I done had more arguments with his mother. He said on my live, I done cussed him out and hung up the phone. I done got into it with him over DJ's son, and I asked him, I said, what is this lady talking about? Where's the money this lady talking about? Because I thought they done raised money too. He goes, I don't know what you're talking about, this, that, and the third, whatever. And it was confirmed. That lady, Sean, went on Atmos's channel. I think I don't know if Angela was on that, but Sean did definitely go on Atmos's channel, and everybody, including Angelo, was fooled by her bullshit. But I don't think there was really a victim because the victim moved around. It don't switch off. If you start with a victim, at the end still should be the same victim. The story shouldn't change and whatever unless you add a different situation. You have a different situation to it. But
Mhm.
she comes on with this bullshit. And after I, trying to tell people, I said, y'all, I'm trying to tell you, I I place mental health patients. I know this MO right here. Stop fucking with her in that motherfucking chat and whatever, and she'll move on to something else. Now, since Angelo is back on the hot seat, here she go with some bullshit on it with Angelo. And it's the same shit, the same story, the same thing. Nobody is harassing her, whatever. Nobody. Nobody's contacting her. If that's a fresh text, I'll find out because I believe that's a old one. She reached out to that lady, and that lady responded. She gave that lady some kind of motherfucking story, some bullshit to get. She that girl done called my house for me to to talk to Ty and all kind of crazy shit. She done apologized to me. I don't know how many times. How many times we on 3 or 4 just to come fuck me over the next time out? I mean, it's a crazy motherfucking goddamn bipolar situation. And I tell you, I mean, just listen to it and pay attention. And I don't tell nobody, um, you know, what to believe or whatever. I just tell you what the hell went on, how it happened, and you just sit back and see what, see, just watch. Because that
Okay.
lady Sean at this point is a phantom. Angela, nobody, them people ain't fucking with her. Larry's in jail. Oko, none of the people ain't fucking with her. Ain't no monkeys or none of that shit. Yeah,
Now
she fucking with Levi
I
too.
know
Oh,
that's not
she
happening.
fucking with Levi too. And, another
Um,
thing, she always talk about Levi. You addressing me? This or I guarantee you ask Levi. Levi ain't addressed her. Dana
uh,
didn't address her. You know I ain't gonna take up for Dana. Dana ain't done shit to her. She came up there trying to get some motherfucking clickbait off Dana. It's a mental health clickbait game. But just pay attention. That's all I'm saying. Just watch.
I just heard I just heard the live about Mr. Clary. So that's why.
Yeah.
That's what made me. That's what attracted me. So I heard her talking about him.
Oh, so you ain't heard that story before?
No,
It's the
I don't
same
pay.
one.
I never paid
Oh,
that much attention to it. I just knew the beginning of the Team Truth before it came to become Oko. I just knew that they business supposed to have been started off of her story or something like that. I just knew around
oh,
that kind of. I just
oh,
knew it was
okay.
something in that way,
Yeah.
in that format about her daughter and something in that. She had a situation, and Larry gave her some money and for a hotel room or some shit. So I don't. It was something like that, but
Yeah.
I didn't think into it because I didn't care. I really didn't care, to be honest with you, because I wasn't here for that. So that's why I really don't even want to even get off into. I just know of it, but no, I can't.
Right.
And I just
And
heard her talk
people in
about
this chat,
Angelo, and that's why I
yeah.
said something.
And people in this chat on both sides talking about that same ass old ass story, and everybody's familiar with her bullshit. That's why she is banned from over here. Banned with
Yeah,
that
I just
bullshit.
know
And
I
that,
know about it
yeah.
from when it happened, and that's it. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't talk about it from story to story. I don't
Right.
because I just remember the money. I do remember that. I remember when she came around. I remember the story was hyped up, and then it was about her daughter and her situations, and it died away. I ain't hear about it no more. But then I started hearing it again.
Yeah,
So,
because she can't get no traction. I watched her. She tried traction with Choke No Joke. Nothing moved. Then she tried to get up
yeah.
back on with
But
Angelo. Nothing moved. Then she
I
said
never
Levi. Nothing moved. Now we did
but
this now.
I never heard her talk about they offered her daughter a job. That's why I never heard that before. And it was about that she actually offered her a job. So, and that was the first time I ever heard that.
The other night, she offered her a job. All right, just watch out. Just watch what the next motherfucking set of circumstances be. It just I mean, and trust me, that lady Sean Team True LLC is defunct. Both of them. So I'm just saying. So that's why I was like, oh, okay, well, here we go again. Here we go. So I didn't know if you knew the story or what have you. No, she could have got on there and talked about OCOB, Team Truth, my ass, DJ, the both Dana, every shit. She could have bashed all our ass, whatever. When she started talking putting all that motherfucking bullshit out there as if there's something that just happened and telling all the motherfucking lies and shit like that because she got issues going on. If the man, if her doctor allegedly told her to stay off YouTube,
I'm so sick of this stupid ass nigga, bitch. You messy. You messy. You up here